Hello there, noble pen warriors. Sholmes Nelson here from Pen and Blade on very low battery, so I'm gonna make this quick. I wanted to get some feedback from you guys in the comments. Hopefully, you'll let me know what you think about these 3 ideas that I have for a Patreon. I was thinking of doing all 3, and I think they all sound super fun. Because I was like, if I'm gonna do a Patreon, it would be fun to do. It just wanted to be awesome and fun and enjoyable to actually just do this stuff. Not be like a grind or something that I'm doing because I think that's what people want or that's what I see other people doing. So I have these 3 ideas, and each one is more mystical than the last. I don't know if that's true, but you'll have to let me know. So the first idea is to do quest giver NPCs, 1 quest giver NPC a week. So this is an NPC you can throw into any of your characters or any of your campaigns, and it'll have basically like the NPC and his stats and special moves and all that stuff like that, but also how you would meet, so a roll chart on like how you potentially your characters could come up and meet this NPC, because that's an important way of like how do you work an NPC into a campaign, you know what I mean? So it would be like maybe 4 ways that you can introduce this NPC, and then like 2 quest paths or 2 potential quests that they could give the party. So like a lead, like a quest lead or hook, you know what I mean? So that's the first idea, to come up with like an NPC each week, and have like, I'll do a drawing of it and then also include all these things that I mentioned. The next would be, and I think this could be weekly as well, is a random generation chart. So I really like to make charts where you can randomly generate ideas. So one I was just doing for fun the other day was weapons for your villain. So there are 3 columns, and it'll be like, first column's like sword, axe, amulet. The second column you put of or of the in between, so it's axe of the, and then the next one's like descriptions like sorrowful or burning or frozen, and then the last one is another set of words, and you can roll like a 20-sided dice for each of them and randomly generate things. So you'll get like axe of frozen souls, or like amulet of the burning nightmare, and then in addition to the random gen chart, have some questions that come afterwards that spark you to come up with, okay, like what does this item do, is an obvious one, but like how did the villain come into possession of this item? What part does this item play in the villain's master plan? Things like that, to get you thinking and to help you do some world building or come up with some impromptu stuff while you're dungeon mastering or coming up with stories, or however you enjoy doing your fantasy stuff. And then finally, the last part would be what I think would be a cool project to start working on is a world builder's tome. So like a book that helps you to world build things. And I know there's stuff out there, but I like the idea of making it very like kind of step by step. So it's like help you come up with like first the name, and then you maybe have some random roll charts, or you choose like between a few options, and then from there you say, okay, you've started with this, and then there's a next step where you take what you've done before and then you do this, and then another step where they're like, okay, at this point something terrible happens to this NPC, what is it? And there might be a chart, like a random, some suggestions, but kind of like letting you sequentially build a character. So it's not like you just sit there and come up with an idea, but you can follow this step-by-step method and like answer questions and roll, random gen charts and stuff to start to do, to do your world building and to come up with different ideas, whether they be for tabletop role playing or potentially for any other, fantasy world building for novels, graphic novels, writing, just for fun. So those would be the 3 elements that I think would be super fun for me to do, and also potentially valuable for you guys as world builders out there. But I wanted to see what you think, and so let me know. The 3 parts again, just to recap quickly, were the quest giver NPCs, the random gen charts, and the world builder's tome, which would be a work in progress, and I would share with Patreon some subscribers the like, they would help me, you know, I share with them what I'm coming up with as I come up with it, and you'd be able to contribute ideas and, you know, let me know what you want more of, what you want less of, etc., etc. And then eventually I put this whole thing together as a PDF, and I think if you're a Patreon subscriber, you probably get that for free, but otherwise I would end up publishing that in some way, shape, or form. All right, so that's it. Love to know what you guys think. Or is there another idea, something else that you think would be more valuable or different that would be fun to do? Let me know. And that's it. Peace, God bless, and stay fantastic, everyone.